Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back today to the Glory Hunter Challenge here on Football Manager 26. We are, of course, Real Madrid manager, and today we play our first game in the Copa del Rey and we play in the Madrid derby yet again for the second time this season and the second time on camera. And we are just going to get this underway. This is an important game because the Copa del Rey is, of course, one of the trophies we need to win to complete the Glory Hunter Challenge. We have not won anything in Spain. We won the Super Copa in last episode, but that does not count towards the Glory Hunter trophy cabinet, unfortunately. So, we play in the Copa del Rey today, and if we can win this game, we get good progress in. And hopefully we can win it and we can complete Spain in a year here because things are looking good in the league. Now, I have got no games to show you in between because this is the next game after that's 4-0 thumping of Barcelona in the last episode. However, I do have some transfer business to talk to you about. So, Matthew that I mentioned in the last episode, I do believe I did show you. He is agreed a contract and we are waiting to sign him. However, I could sell Rodrigo for 190 million. And I am tempted because I have bidded 120 million for Rodrigo Mora, who is a 21-year-old unbelievable talent and footballer. He is world class at 21. So that would be a really good swap. However, the finances mean I only make about 50 million from this. So this bid for Rodrigo Mora is 60 with 60 in installments, which means I wouldn't be able to sign Matthew. So I need to figure out if I can sign Rodrigo Mora. If I can, Rodrigo will leave. If I can't, then Rodrigo will stay. Or I have to try and maybe sign someone else because 190 million is a lot of money. We could just play Bellingham out there. That is always an option. But I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. But let's get in and I'll show you the lineup that we're going for today as we take on Getafe in the Copa del Rey. Getafe that sit in the Segunda Division, which is very nice for us. I didn't realise that. So we're going to go with Courtois in goal. A back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Saliba, Van der Ven and Camavinga. With a midfield two of Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham. Rodrigo starts on the right with Yeremy Pino on the left and Arda Güler in the 10. With Erling Haaland looking for his 40th goal of the season. Leads the line for us today. Hopefully we can get the win and get ourselves in to the next round of the Copa del Rey. As okay then, I have, it's a nice Getafe stadium. I will show the Getafe lineup off in a second as, yes, get the jokes out, I did fuck up again. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, okay? It's been a good couple of days. I've been streaming massively. Don't forget to follow the Twitch, link in the description. As Erling Haaland gets us underway then for this game against Getafe. It's been a what? Feels like ages since I've commentated. Right, so the Getafe lineup is as follows. They've gone with David Soria in goal, or David Soria. They've gone with Da Vinci as their left back with a back four of Rico, Barroco and Iglesias, with a midfield three of Aaron Barry, Miller and Illich. Peter is on the right with Salazar on the left and Joselu leads the line for Getafe here today. Sabaz Salazar. As elsewhere then in the Copa del Rey, Sevilla play Real Betis, Girona Espanyol. They're the only two games really that are interesting or that benefit us, as obviously with each of them it would mean another La Liga team is out, which would benefit us. As Peter then finding Joselu, who finds Salazar out on the left-hand side, cutting in for Getafe. Trent clears, but only as far as Da Vinci, who heads out for a Real Madrid goal kick. It's felt like so long since I've recorded a video and commentated. I'm so used to streaming and sort of it being laid back and not really commentating and just almost watching the game, and I'm allowed to cough sort of thing. As it's been a bit of a quiet start to this game. It's 25 minutes in here and we've only really seen the one highlight. As that remains true half an hour in. Can we get a highlight, please, Sports Interactive? I'm trying to make a video here. You're not giving me good content because this is a... Finally, Arda Güler then to take the corner for Real Madrid. It's a good delivery and it's just over from Erling Haaland. I don't really know what to do about Rodrigo because Rodrigo is a fantastic player, but I feel like 190 million is a lot of money to turn down. As it's just hit the post there. As we go into the break then against Getafe, 0-0, the deadlock yet to be broken. Unfortunately, as Joselu gets us underway. I keep thinking that's the Joselu that scored for Bayern Munich. As this has been one of the most boring games I have ever seen in my life. As elsewhere, Sevilla 3-2 against Betis. That's a much more entertaining game. As Trent with the delivery. And it finds Saliba. That's a good save from David Soria. Trent into Van de Ven. And it falls to Rodrigo. And David Soria making two really important saves for Getafe there. Rodrigo having a decent game. The only player in our whole entire team to be on above a 7 rating. As we are absolutely dominating him. To be fair, Getafe have had all the ball. I'm surprised Getafe are controlling the game against Real Madrid. That surprises me. As Trent makes way for Savona. It's really nice to have a proper right back now. As of course we did sign him in the last episode. Samu can come on for Haaland, who's had a quiet game. Carras can come on. Bruno Fernandes can come on. And then we'll bring Franco Mastuano on as well. How good is Franco Mastuano now? He's not bad, to be fair. 2.5 star in Real Madrid's team is... that's like pretty decent, isn't it, really? Especially like... Yeah, because our team is full of like superstars, so as we are going to go very attacking as we're into the final 10 or so minutes now, as Bruno Fernandes finding Rodrigo, tries to go back to Bruno, but Da Vinci intercepts. Bellingham's got to win the header, does, and it falls to Rodrigo, who cuts in and goes for goal, and it's just over the bar there from Rodrigo. As David Soria then to get us underway yet again. Iglesias into Peter, who goes back to Iglesias. I have a feeling I'm going to get knocked out here. As Van de Ven intercepts and finds Savona. Rodrigo into Bellingham, who then finds Carreras. Down the line to Franco Mastuano. Into Bruno Fernandes, who plays it back to Franco, and Samu is there. And it's off the line, but the flag does go up. I have no idea if it goes to extra time, a replay, or like straight to pens. I don't really know. As Savona then, finding Rodrigo. Into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno. dispossessed, but it falls now to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni into Rodrigo, who goes back to Tchouaméni into Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham gets the goal to put us 1-0 up here. It was squeaky bum time a little bit, but Jude Bellingham breaks the deadlock 85 minutes in. Getafe, you have to give them credit. The team from the second tier, a league below the league leaders of La Liga. That's a lot of league, bloody hell, I do apologise. Jude Bellingham smashes it in to make it 1-0. But you have to say, Real Madrid have defended fantastically. No, they haven't. Getafe have defended fantastically from Real Madrid. I think I might have the speech. I can barely fucking talk sometimes. As we're into the final couple of minutes now, 3 minutes of added time to go. So hopefully we've done enough, and we have. Jude Bellingham's goal, the difference in this one. Rodrigo had a good game there. In what could be one of his last games for the club, you never know. But we are, most importantly, through to the next round of the Copa del Rey. When that game will be, I do not know. I just want to continue in case. Okay, I think it's here on the 12th. So, depending on when that Copa del Rey game is, that could be the next game in this video. If it's around here, it will be the next game in this video. If not, we will be back with the lineups that we go for to face Atletico Madrid here today. So I will be back with the lineups for either the next round of the Copa del Rey or Atletico Madrid at home. Okay then, here we are, and we decided to go for the Atletico Madrid game in La Liga because, of course, La Liga is another trophy that we do need to win for the Glory Hunter Challenge. So I thought we'll go with one game from the trophy we need to win and one from the league that we need to win. So we have a bit of both in this video. So our lineup then that we go for today is unchanged from the cup game against Getafe, as we go with Courtois in goal. A back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Saliba, Van der Ven and Camavinga. With a midfield, two of Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham, with Arda Güler just in front of them. And then the front three of Rodrigo on the right, Yeremy Pino on the left, and Erling Haaland leads the line for Real Madrid today. Atletico Madrid go with Oblak in goal. A back three of Marquinhos, Lenormand and Marc Guéhi, with the wing-backs of Marcos Llorente and Matteo Ruggeri. Andre and Pablo Barrios are their two midfielders, with Thiago Almada as the number 10, trying to link up play between the two strikers, Julian Alvarez and Sorloth, who leads the line for Atletico Madrid today, as there is just confirmation of the Real Madrid lineup, and then there is the Atletico Madrid lineup. And as we can see in the league table, they sit 4th place, as we are 8 points clear of Barcelona now, doing fantastically, as Julian Alvarez then gets us underway for this game against Atletico Madrid. We of course did draw 2-2 with them earlier in the season as our first game as Real Madrid manager. Hopefully, with the momentum that we have at the minute, we can pick up a win here today and get revenge for that draw. As Camavinga finding Erling Haaland, and Marc Guéhi does fantastically to block that shot there. That looked like a certain goal from the big Norwegian, who is on unbelievable form this season. Having a fantastic debut campaign in Spain. As Bellingham finding Yeremy Pino, who goes back to Camavinga, into Bellingham, into Tchouaméni, looks to go out wide to Trent, who can drive into the penalty area here and pull it across to Rodrigo. It's cleared, but only as far as Tchouaméni, who finds Trent again, who has another cross, and Guéhi clears this time. Ooh, that looked like Rodrigo could have nicked that there in the box. As both of our fullbacks then having a good start to this game 10 minutes in, which you love to see, because if your fullbacks have good games, you tend to win. I know that sounds stupid, but You tend to have really good wins when your fullbacks have fantastic games. As Arda Güler with a free kick, and Jan Oblak just pushes that above his posts for a Real Madrid corner. As we've already had 4 corners inside the first 20 minutes of this game, interestingly. Did Guehi go to Atletico Madrid from Palace on a free? Or did they buy him? No, they bought him from PSG this year for 40 million. Bloody hell, fair enough. Rigeri then with the core free kick for Atletico. It's a good ball. It's headed away by Arda Güler though, and Tchouaméni now finding Rodrigo, who plays it through to Haaland. Haaland with a good first touch, and Jan Oblak stands tall to turn it behind for a Real Madrid corner. The 6th Real Madrid corner of the game, and we have not seen a single one of them, I don't think. This already, though, a much more entertaining game than the Copa del Rey tie against Getafe. As Tchouaméni plays out wide to Van de Ven. Camavinga driving forward with it. Finds Jeremy Pino, who goes back to Bellingham, looking for Arda Güler. Jeremy Pino into Haaland, who finds Rodrigo. Back to Arda Güler. And his shot crashes off of the post there. And Atletico Madrid regain possession. Guehi goes back to Oblak. And it just feels like at the minute, with how things are going in this game, it looks like a moment of time before Real Madrid open the scoring, as Trent does well to just see that out for a Real Madrid goal kick. As we are really knocking on the door here. Trent into Arda Güler with a big switch out to Camavinga, who finds Jeremy Pino. Pino, what can you do with it? Dispossessed by Llorente, but Van de Ven is there and heads to Camavinga brilliantly. And now Arda Güler, dispossessed by Marquinhos, who then finds Andre. Llorente looking for Julian Alvarez, who runs the complete wrong direction. You have to say this highlight has been extremely long. Arda Güler finding a fantastic ball through to Haaland, and Erling Haaland's not going to miss a one-on-one again. He makes it a Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0, as VAR confirm that the goal has been awarded. It is an absolutely fantastic through ball by Arda Güler, perfectly weighted, perfectly timed run, and a perfect finish at the near post to break the deadlock and give Real Madrid the lead. As that is one of the most dominant... Well, we'll wait 20 seconds. As Barrios clears to Sorloth. Is this an end of half highlight, or is it an actual highlight? As Barrios goes back to Guehi. As it is just an end of half highlight. As I'm not sure why we have them, but we do go in to the break. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. And as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the end of half highlight. That is one of the most dominant first half displays you will see. 14 shots to none. 6 shots to none. 2.3 XG when the opposing team has not even registered a shot on target. Or a shot, even just an attempt to get it on target. As we have been very good going forward and defensively so far today. My only criticism would be that we haven't been clinical enough. As Pino driving across, and Arda Güler 20 seconds in to the second half makes it 2 goal involvements for him today. The provider of the first turns goal scorer for the second, as Jeremy Pino does well to drive into the penalty area. He finds Arda Güler, and Arda Güler at the near post taps home to make it Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 0. And you have to say, I keep saying this every single episode, but Arda Güler really repaying the faith that I have put in him to play him as the 10 and drop Valverde, the club captain, and play Bellingham in that deeper role. As Julian Alvarez through on goal here, and with Atletico Madrid's first shot of the game, I do believe he gets he gets a goal back for Atletico Madrid. As it is now, Atletico Madrid 1, Real Madrid 2. I think that is their first shot. It's a lovely 1-2 between the Argentinians. And it's a great first touch and a fantastic finish into the top corner by Julian Alvarez. And that is their first shot of the game. He makes it 11 goals for the season. Arda Güler finds Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can go for goal here. And Arda Güler makes it 2 assists for the day. It's a hat-trick of goal involvements for Arda Güler, who is having an unbelievable season. And Trent Alexander-Arnold having a decent game here so far, with a lovely touch out of his feet and a lovely finish into the bottom corner. That's a vintage Trent Alexander-Arnold goal, if I've ever seen one. As Arda Güler makes it 10 goals and 12 assists inside 20 league games here. Fantastic from the Turkish attacker midfielder. As not only is he having a good game, but he has, Trent Alexander-Arnold has doubled our advantage and restored that 2-goal lead, which is fantastic. Rigeri now, though, driving down the left-hand side, finding Sorloth. And it's not a particularly great finish from the... Is he Norwegian as well? He is. He's also 33. He had a really good year for Villarreal, yeah. I didn't realise he scored 20 for Atletico last year in real life, though. Fair enough. Didn't realise that. He was so bad for Crystal Palace, though, when he was at Palace. He was so bad. That was when Palace went for a stage of just awful strikers. Arda Güler finding Jeremy Pino. Pino turned past the post for a Real Madrid corner. We will get to see it this time, thankfully, as Trent to take. It's cleared, but only as far as Arda Güler. Looking for a hat-trick of assists, maybe? Or does he want his second goal of the game? As Marquinhos switches the gate here. Rigeri finding Julian Alvarez, the goal scorer of Real Madrid's only goal this game. And I think he scored a brace opening game of the season as well. So he scored 3 and 2 against us so far this year. Seeming to be a bit of a handful as he looks to get another brace here today. And he does. It's a fantastic finish from Julian Alvarez to make it Real Madrid 3, Atletico Madrid 2. And anytime we want to breathe, Julian Alvarez is making sure that we can't. However, the fact they're playing him as a target forward when he's like 5'9" is a bit interesting. Rigeri then with the corner for Atletico, headed away by Haaland, but only as far as Almeida, who finds Rigeri again, who goes for goal. And it's off the post. Just from Rigeri there. As we're into the final 15 or so minutes of this game. We'll bring Trent off because we've not kept a clean sheet. So that's not going to change. Franco Mastuano can come on. Valverde can come on. And then we'll leave the final sub free. As we're into the final 10 minutes now of normal time then. Can we just hold on to this win? It's been a cracking game here at the Bernabeu. As Savona with the throw for Real Madrid. He throws short to Martin. And then into Arda Güler. Martin back to Savona. To Arda Güler, and Valverde with a lovely strike into the bottom corner. And Arda Güler gets his 3rd assist of the game. And I think that makes it 7 assists in his last 3 games, which is unbelievable from Arda Güler. He sets Valverde, and it's a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. And that will seal the victory for us today, which is absolutely fantastic. As we're into the final 5 minutes of injury time now then. And there it is. Arda Güler definitely the match winner today. As we win 4-2 against Atletico Madrid. To keep the pressure on Barcelona. as we are running away with the title now a little bit, as we are 9 points clear. And they 11 points clear, sorry, and they do, of course, have a game in hand. As okay, then I'll be back in the next episode for the Copa del Rey quarter-final, and we'll go Sevilla away. So if you don't want to miss that video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you do always, don't make sure you turn on notifications so you are always notified when I upload a video. There we go, we got there in the end. Don't forget to check out all the links in my description. Give me a don't forget to subscribe to the second channel. Drop a follow on my Twitter, my TikTok and my Twitch. I stream daily. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Glory Hunter action. Peace.